Quality function deployment. Objectives of this session. In this session, we will learn how to convert the voice of the customers into a doable action plan for improving a product or service, or even for developing a new product or service. We shall divide our discussions into the following sections. Understanding the origin and importance of critical to quality characteristics. Multiple definitions of quality function deployment, QFD. In the next part we shall learn how the house of quality is prepared for quality function deployment QFD. How preparing the house of quality benefits an improvement project. Origin of the quality function deployment. When we want to improve any existing product or process, or we want to develop a new product or process, we have to understand what really the target users want from this. We called it the voice of customer. The voice of the customer is the term to describe these stated and unstated customer needs or requirements. However, we have to convert these voice of customer to engineering or service specifications in order to apply that into our improvement or development process. Quality function deployment or QFD is a structured approach to define customer needs or requirements and to translate them into specific plans to produce products to meet those needs. QFD will also help to design a product or service based on customer demands that involves all members of the producer or supplier organization as well. Dr. Shigeru Mizuno and Yoji Akeo are credited with the initial development of QFD in the 1960s. The purpose was to develop a quality assurance method that would design customer satisfaction into a product before it was manufactured. However, the prior quality control methods were primarily aimed at fixing a problem during or after manufacturing. So QFD methodology helped ensure that the product, when manufactured, was assured of the desired quality. In Japan 1972, the QFD concept was first applied in the Kobe shipyard of Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Limited in design of an oil tanker. After QFD was conceptualized in Japan, the Mitsubishi Corporation developed it for defining shipbuilding requirements at the Kobe shipyards. Building ships involves enormous expenses and a small number of products. For these reasons, Mitsubishi recognized the importance of determining in great detail exactly what their ship-buying customers wanted before beginning the design process. Mitsubishi recognized many other factors that could influence their ship-buying customers' needs and expectations. Potential conflicts between customer-expressed requirements would influence customer needs and expectations. Some requirements the customer might not express, or perhaps might not even recognize, but requirements the customer would want satisfied nonetheless, would influence the design process. These requirements might include expectations so basic that they might not have even entered into the customer's requirements listing thought process. It almost goes without saying that ships shouldn't leak. Because this is such an obvious requirement, a watertight hull would probably not be listed as a customer requirement, but the requirement exists. Another group of requirements the customer might list include such things as government regulations and perhaps other externally imposed requirements. Mitsubishi achieved notable success satisfying the needs and expectations of their customers using the QFD approach. Based on Mitsubishi's success, the approach soon caught on in other industries in Japan. Toyota used the technique in developing automobiles. And from Toyota, it spread to the American automobile industry, most notably Ford Motor Company. QFD is now making headway in other industries, including defense, aerospace, and other high-technology areas. QFD began as an engineering tool to assure that the development process resulted in a product that meets consumer needs and expectations. However, while doing so, it also provides strong marketing advantages to those organizations who choose to use it. In Japanese, deployment refers to an extension or broadening of activities, and hence, quality function deployment means the responsibilities for producing a quality item, must be assigned to all parts of a corporation. Quality professionals refer to QFD by many names, that includes matrix product planning, decision matrices, and customer-driven engineering. Whatever you call it, the quality function deployment process is probably the most effective methodology available for capturing and responding to the voice of the customer. Multiple definitions. Quality function deployment is a technique that believes in designing the products and services to reflect the desire and tastes of customers. It is a systematic way of documenting and breaking down customer needs into manageable and actionable detail. QFD is also a method for translating customer requirements into an appropriate company program and technical requirements at each phase of the product realization cycle. It is an orderly process for determining critical to quality characteristics. We need to understand that the key to improving quality is linking the design of products or services to processes that produce them. Benefits of QFD. Major reduction in development time and cost, shorter design cycle and changes. It significantly reduces startup problems, times and costs. QFD leads to truly satisfied and delighted customer. It brings in improved communication within the organization. Brings together multifunctional teams, and encourage teamwork and participation. As a result, the quality and productivity of service become more precise, in a continual improvement process, and the company can reach world class. QFD clarifies the customer priority for competitive advantage, and marketing advantage, through better market acceptability. This leads to increase in market share and better reaction to marketing opportunities. Finally, it enables one to focus proactively on customer relationship early in the design stage. Critical items identified for parameter design and product planning is much easier to carry out. Also, it ensures consistency between the planning and the production process. We learned many benefits of deploying the QFD. However, as Six Sigma practitioners, we must also know the challenges it has. Here we shall enumerate a few. If all relational matrices combined into a single deployment, the size of each of the combined relational matrices would be very large. Completing QFD late does not let the changes be implemented. It takes a long time to develop a QFD chart fully. QFD is a qualitative method. Due to the ambiguity in the voice of the customer, many of the answers that customers give are difficult to categorize as demands. It can be difficult to determine the connection between customer demands and technical properties. Organizations do not extend the use of QFD past the product planning stage. QFD is not appropriate for all applications. For example, in the automotive OEM industry, there are only a limited number of potential customers. The customer identifies their needs and the supplier acts to satisfy them. For a product of limited complexity and a small supplier base, the effort required to complete a thorough QFD analysis might be justified by customers. Many a time setting target values in the house of quality is not precise. How to implement quality function deployment? What is house of quality? How to create it? These are explained in next sessions.
End of the session. To make the learning even more engaging, our research team has prepared a short quiz for you to test your understanding. You can find the link to the quiz in the description below. Take a few minutes to complete it and feel free to share it with your colleagues, friends and online mates. Before you go, don't forget to hit the bell icon. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. Don't miss out on the latest insights. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.